Good morning, everybody, and this is your Euro USD setups for today. So we were looking at this level for a rejection if we're going to get a continuation, and that's 108370. Don't like the way we've had a bar close just above it. We do have another rejection happening here, but if I just look left, I suppose I could argue that we have a small little zone here. You can see those tails and then these tails here. So I could argue that that's kind of what's happening. We're having a rejection there. We are below all the moving averages, so this does look like a little bit more downside coming. But if you just start drilling through the time frames, you can see on the 3 hour we've got a close above it. I'm not too keen about that setup at the moment. And if I just extend the zone onto this pin bar, it kind of changes the picture a little bit. So yeah, big move down. Is this a flag for a leg down? Look at the oscillators, they've separated quite nicely. And if the top one starts rolling, the bottom one's already rolling. If the top one starts rolling over, it could indicate some more downside as well. So looking at the hour, this is where things change a little bit. We are now above the moving averages. And we do have a grouping of the oscillators and a bit of a crossover. But that's not strong enough for me. This is a really weak short entry at the moment, and it's not really a strong long entry either. So kind of there or nowhere. And if I drop down to the 15 minutes, you've got a bit of a engulfing bar that's formed at the moment. But look at our price action from yesterday. Big engulfing back. Big inside bar. I'm off 15-minute structure right over there. So yeah, there's a long entry there, 100-point gain straight into the zone, 100-point risk to 200-point gain, so that's a 2-to-1 trade. And at the moment, above the moving averages right now. So yeah, the high of yesterday, which is at 108.422, is probably what you need to pay attention to. Bear in mind that there's a very strong area of resistance on the 8 hours, so I'd want to see price move quite far behind above it and then come back and test it and then start rolling before looking at a long there. So still favoring the shorts, but I'm not comfortable or confident that we have a short bring. So everything here is pointing towards a possible reversal that is forming, but I need more confirmation before looking at that. And I'm just a little bit more wary with Forex than I am with the indexes. Indexes typically are designed to move in one direction, but Forex is designed to move in any direction. So for me, this is twofold. First one is there is a big move down, could be a bit of a flag, double top we're in for another leg down. That's the one part of it, but the fact that we've crossed over in the moving averages here and we're above the moving averages just makes me feel that there's possibly move down, break of that channel that we moved down in, sideways, range. So break up, retest, you've got a long opportunity. You've got some gaps and you've got quite a few targets to the upside here, but 15 minutes, you're above the 150 EMA as well, which reinforces that thought process. But then again, break all this to the downside and reject it, then you've got, I think there are any gaps here. Oh, there is one, that's right, there's two. So there's one right at the bottom at 108.073, and then there is one right here at its close at 108.138. There's another gap there. So yeah, 50-50 call. I think you're either going to break this area of resistance to the upside, or you're going to reject it. But I think the rejection needs to happen and then come back and test one of these tails. So break the downside, turn around, come back, reject a level lower, and then start rolling. That's your signal short, and you're in, and you'll be targeting the bottom here again at 108.073. The reverse of that is a break above 108.422, decent move up, turn around, come back and test it, and then that would be your long entry. So that's kind of my view at the moment. Be patient, wait for this chaos to resolve itself one way or another, and then look for the trade. And that's kind of the way that I've got it right now. And try and be in and out as quick as possible. And if you've got time, 5 minute would be a fairly decent scenario to look at, because you can see right there, crossover of all the moving averages, test of the 150, there is structure to the left, and then we start gradually climbing above the moving averages. So you can see this area there was nothing, all over the place, but then here you sort of settle out and then start moving to the upside. So that would be another way of looking at this today, if you've got time for that anyway. That's kind of my view, sitting still and patiently until we see something happen. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.